Hi there, it's Carol Doherty. This week I've been posting about how perfection can hurt you, and been thinking a lot about perfection versus imperfect progress. And it really kind of has been hitting home this week. For the first time, I've been getting real active on Instagram. I'm making YouTube videos for the first time in years. And it's uncomfortable. It feels weird. I don't know. I'm struggling a little with this because I want to get it right. As an engineer, I spent something like almost 15 years as a process engineer, so that when I look at things, it's like, okay, if I do X, Y, I'll get Z or something close to Z. When I take prescribed steps, I can predict what the results are. Life isn't quite that easy. And so you sometimes need to be willing to take steps X and Y and see what happens. And that's what I've been doing to build my business, but I also had to do that throughout my career. The reality is we can wait for the perfect time to do something. We can do everything right and get an unexpected result. We can't wait for everything to be just right. Waiting for perfection, waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect time, that perfect presentation, all it does is hold you back. And I know this is true because 2 years ago, today, actually, I think, 2 years ago on a Friday in mid-July, my boss called me into my office and told me that my job was being eliminated. Now, this was a year before COVID. It was July of 19. So it was 6 months or so before COVID started. They had been doing the budgets for the upcoming year and realized we didn't have the revenue backlog filled up to replace a job that was just ending, and so they had to make cuts. And he looked at me and said, "You're the most professional person on my team, but I've got to let you go." I'd done everything right. I took the high road. I stayed out of all of the drama and the toxicity and all of the other nonsense. I was well respected by the people throughout the company, but as a director in the corporate level, something had to go, and it was my job. Now, there were other jobs that weren't filled because they were empty, or other people that I know were let go as part of these cost-cutting efforts, but that really hurt. It was brutal. I was doing the right things, and yet it didn't matter. So my point is, you can be perfect. You can do everything perfectly, and it's not going to work out the way you expected it to. I didn't expect to have my job eliminated. Now, in all honesty, I was starting to think of an exit plan because the job was toxic, but I couldn't believe that I did everything right and I'm the one they let go. The reality is there is no right time. If you're job hunting right now, market's kind of crazy for moving around in jobs. If you're looking for a new job and you saw an interesting job post, you pull up the job description and you're looking at what's required, and you're like, "Oh, I can do that. I got this. I'd be perfect for that job. It's exactly what I want to do." And then you get down to the requirements, and you start going down and you're kind of checking them off as you go down the list. And when you're done, you're like, "Well, gee, I only have like maybe 80% of them. If I stretch, maybe 85. No, I'm not going to apply." You're looking for the perfect match between what you want and what they want. Let's be honest here. If you're doing that on a job post, one, that list of requirements is a wish list. The person who fills every one of those requirements perfectly is what a friend of mine in HR would call a purple squirrel. They don't exist. So if you are close, why aren't you going for it? I can assure you that there is a man with less experience, less skills than you who will apply for it. He may only meet 50% of them. Why not? What's it going to hurt? You're waiting for the perfect match. You can't. There isn't ever going to be a perfect time or perfect match. So take that chance. Go ahead and take action. If you have goals that you want to reach and you're not taking a step because, I don't know, the time's not right, or I haven't had experience on that, or, last time I tried that, it didn't work. All you're doing is holding yourself back and missing out on a chance to make progress towards your goals. The reality is, perfection doesn't exist. It's not real. It's not part of the human condition, that's for sure. You can wait until everything is right and you never move forward. So if you have goals, if you have something you would like to do, like to achieve, like to reach, take a step. It won't be perfect, and that's okay, because you're learning, you're growing. Think about if you have kids or you've watched little kids when they're learning to walk. They hold on to stuff when they're first starting, and then as they get a little braver and they get a little more confident, they start kind of walking along. They fall down how many times? But they get up and they keep going. They're not waiting to know how to do it perfectly. They want to get somewhere, so they're going to go. And if they fall down, they pick themselves up and they keep going. Or they fall down and they say, forget it, I'm just going to keep crawling because I want to get over there. I want that cookie. I want that whatever. My oldest son, I want that Christmas present. So what is it that you are looking for? Take imperfect steps. Progress over perfection. That's really been a mantra of mine for a long time, and it really has been helping me take those next steps to building my business. They're scary, they're kind of making me uncomfortable, but if I don't do anything, I have what I have right now. I don't have what I'm hoping for. I don't have what I'm working towards. I have what I have. There's a quote that I heard, and I don't know who it's attributed to, if anybody. It's, if you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. So if you aren't doing something new, you don't get anything new. Are you going to be perfect at it? No. When we were in school and working to learn new things, we didn't get it all right all the time. Life is like that. Your career is like that. So if you want to advance your career, you want to get recognized, maybe get a promotion, maybe ask for that raise, maybe find a new job, whatever it is, take a step. Might not be perfect. Learn what worked, what can you do differently, and then take that next step. Focus on progress, not perfection. I am all about imperfect progress right now. I hope you can use that advice to help move you forward. Take the chance. Take the step. You don't know what you'll get, but it might be way better than what you expected, and it'll probably be better than where you are because you want to move. You're sitting there thinking, I need something different. I need to do something new. So take the step. When you do that, you're going to start making progress away from where you are and towards something better. Have a great day.